Good afternoon from Kenya. I wanted to give you guys an update on what we have been up to the last few days and what is ahead for us. I'm currently in Kijabe, and that is up here where the hospital that we did a water filter distribution to a couple different times is located, and we were doing follow-up on those water filters today in the hospital. And I'd love to share with you two stories about the impact of the water filters that happen when you give to our clean water program. We have encountered a lot of different staff and patients today that are extremely grateful for having consistent access to safe, clean water at the hospital for them to be able to take on a daily basis because they need to take medication as patients. The pharmacy can dispense it with medications, but also in the wards when patients are recovering from surgery or an illness or from delivering a baby or some other hospital visit. They're able to have access to safe water because you gave to our clean water program. There's staff that we also have talked to today that are really, really blessed. They no longer have to carry boiled, unsafe water from their house. They are able now to have safe, clean water right where they work. And many of them also fill up their bottles and take it home with them because they don't have clean water where they live. And so I've had many requests today to say, could you remember us too, right where we live? Thank you for providing it where we work, but what about our families? So that's something that we are going to be working through and going to consider how we reach this population of staff at the hospital so they can continue doing what they feel called to do and caring for those that are sick and hurting and in need of healing and help. How can we support the healthcare community to continue caring for their local community? And even other countries, people from other nations come to Kijabe Mission Hospital for care. And so we want to help continue extending that care to other nations through the gift of clean water. And we can't do that without your support. So I would love to invite you today, if you haven't given or you've given but it's been for a while, or maybe you give monthly, or maybe you'd like to start giving monthly to our clean water program. $65 is all it takes to provide a water filter for one of the families in need that we serve in the communities, or from one of the wards here at the hospital. We have waiting lists of thousands of people. I'm not exaggerating. Thousands of people that are waiting for their turn to have safe, consistent access to clean water. And your gift of $65 or more can make that reality a possibility. So thank you for being generous. Thank you for caring. Thank you for believing in giving clean water and knowing that the ripple effect is so, so good. So the two stories that I'd love to share with you today. I met a mom who has a little boy. His name is Joshua. He's 3 months old, and he was born with hydrocephalus, and he has had 3 brain surgeries in his short little life. But that mom, as I came to the bedside and I got to see Joshua and hear her story today, there was a bottle of water that she had refilled from the water filter right outside her room. And there was a can of formula that was sitting there. And that's how she feeds Joshua. She doesn't have to buy water. She can use the safe, clean water that's right outside her hospital room. She doesn't have to leave him and go search it out. It's right there because you all have provided so generously for this hospital to have these beginning filters. And she can feed him safely knowing that he's going to have the food he needs and it's not going to be made with water that is contaminated. And every mom out there is saying yes and amen. We know what it's like to do our best to provide and care for our kids. And when we can't, man, how difficult and how painful and heartbreaking is that when we know that our kids are suffering because we can't provide what they need. And this little guy, he needs all the extra care and support right now. So thank you for giving so Joshua can have access to clean water in his formula and he can continue to heal from these surgeries. The second story that I'd love to tell you is of Jolene and meeting her family today and understanding the challenge that they are going through. She is 9 months old and she has not left the hospital since she was born. She was born with a cleft palate, and so she has been needing some very extra special care. And access to clean water for her NG tube and all kinds of other things that are needed for her care as she continues to grow, and for her parents to have access to safe water so they can literally continue to stay by her bedside, which they have done for 9 months. Your gift of $65 has put a water filter right outside of their hospital room that not just these two families are using, but 56 families are using day in and day out. There are 56 patients in these wards that are children, some of them infants, and caregivers are there day in and day out. Some of them are in elementary type ages, school, all the way up to teenagers, but many of them are very, very young. And so the patients, a caregiver, and then all of the staff that are there, like 130, 140 people are using these water filters every single day because of your generosity. And it's changing their worlds when they need to spend their energy and their efforts on providing the care for their loved ones. You're giving them peace of mind through the gift of clean water. Thank you. So as you continue to remember Jolene and Joshua, think about all the other families out there also that can benefit from being able to receive care at the hospital. And it's really a miracle. Thank you. Thank you so much for your generosity and helping to change your world. Just one child, just one water filter at a time. It's such a big deal here, and we're so grateful. Water out of the tap sometimes, especially during the rainy season, is brown and full of contamination. When latrines sink and are overflowing and they're contaminating water sources, that is not water that you want to be drinking or mixing your formula for your baby. But because of the water filters, we're sure that all the water that is being filtered is safe. Thank you.